Here are my top 5 recommendations for books about women struggling with their mental health. Let's go. I can't make a video about books on mental health without recommending My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Ottessa Moshfegh. This is a book about a young woman living in New York who decides that the way to conquer her problems is to sleep for an entire year as a way of escapism from her actual reality. I really enjoyed reading this book and I highly recommend it. Evil Eye by Etaf Rum. I loved this book. We get to see how the protagonist Yara struggles with her day-to-day life and how she manages to stay afloat. She's got a good job, she's got a husband, 2 kids, everything is as good as it could possibly be, but then she has an experience, a racist interaction with someone at work. She ends up in therapy, and then we get an insight into why she feels so burdened and why she feels so sad and how generational trauma affects so many of us. It wasn't melodramatic. This was an exceptional read, and this is genuinely my top recommendation for this theme. The most recent one I read, which captures mental health problems in the most fascinating way, is A Leopard Skin Hat by Answer. I didn't particularly love this, but I did think that it was a great depiction of what a psychological disorder can look like. Then we've got Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason. In Sorrow and Bliss, we follow the protagonist Martha, who is suffering from a mental health disorder, and every part of her life is unraveling and she's trying to navigate each and every aspect of it. She always felt like there's something wrong with her, but she doesn't know exactly what. This does a really good job of showing how mental health affects you on a day-to-day basis and how it can affect loved ones around you. The last recommendation I want to give is The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. It is a classic and it's less than 100 pages long. It's such a fascinating insight into postnatal depression. It reflects how people around you can trivialize the extent of your mental health, or even if they're trying to help, how they can make things a lot worse. Essentially, it's a book about how a woman's mental health was dismissed and controlled, and I highly recommend it. So those were my top 5 recommendations for books on the unraveling of female protagonists. Let me know if you read any of them and what you thought of them. Thank you.